Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I know I'm a bit late on this, a couple days, but on Sunday the Ravens did it, finally beating the terrible Steelers 16-14 in a game which, well, it was a great win. I know I see the Ravens have struggled after the bye week with a very close win against Denver last week, and with really a bye week just kind of drained the offense. Obviously our offense is obviously not at what it was at before the bye or beginning of the season. I mean, it was booming, but now it's kind of taking a step back. Man, this was a really great win for the Ravens, a win they really needed. The Bengals, they're right behind us. They're right behind us, same record, 9-4, but we've denied them the division for the past couple of weeks now. We're denying them the division for right now. We beat them back in week 5, and that's why we're number 1. Obviously, that's the most important game of the season. Final week 18 in Cincinnati. That game, I feel like, will ultimately decide who wins the AFC North. And regardless of who wins it, either the Ravens keep it or the Bengals take it away from us, both of these teams, in my opinion, without a doubt, are making the playoffs. But let's talk about the Steelers game. A good friend of mine made a video, and he said the Ravens offense has been horrible. I will say yes if he was only talking about last week. I would agree with him. But this week, I cannot agree with that statement. J.K. Dobbins comes back and destroys the Steelers defense, rushing for over 140 yards and a touchdown. Had that huge 44-yard burst, which then resulted in his touchdown the very next play, and that was great. That was great. That was a great drive right there. The Ravens run game, we finally have JK and Gus back in the game together since 2020, which is surprising. Obviously, both these guys did not play last season due to injuries. But when these guys are on the field, they're a double-headed blade. Would you rather have J.K. Dobbins, who's elusive and swift and can go just down the red zone, down the field, or would you rather have Gus Edwards, who not as fast as JK, but he's a bus. He is just bam, just plowing through the defense to get those yards, and that's what happened on the play that ended the game. 3rd and 3, Steelers no timeouts. Gus Edwards rumbles for 6 yards, which ultimately ends the game and seals the win. Yeah, Ravens run game. NFL, you better watch out, because the Ravens run. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? Having to deal with JK or Gus? And the answer is none of them, but you gotta pick one. We were depleted at quarterback. Lamar Jackson did not play. He's currently injured. I'm assuming he most likely will not play against Cleveland on Saturday. We'll probably play against Atlanta on Christmas Eve. Huntley as well. Obviously, he's a great backup. Did pretty good for backup duties, but unfortunately was put in concussion protocol in the 4th quarter, And undrafted free agent Anthony Brown Jr., our third string cornerback, came in and got us the W. He really didn't do much because he didn't have to. He had J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. But MVP of the game for the Ravens is actually not a player on the Ravens. It's actually Steelers quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. He threw 3 wonderful Christmas presents to the Ravens defense. A little too early, Mitch. Maybe you can throw us some New Year's gifts when you play us in Baltimore. I mean, hey, why not? Trubisky in the giving season, as he threw 3 glorious interceptions, all in the red zone. The Ravens took away potentially 3 touchdowns. They wiped at least a maximum of 21 points off the board with those 3 picks. If Ravens had scored, or the Steelers scored a touchdown, all those in a game where there wasn't a lot of points, that was a huge factor. Roquan Smith as well has truly elevated the Ravens defense. It has become an elite unit defense ever since he was traded about a little over a month ago. Patrick Queen as well. I send my apologies to Patrick Queen. We truly, honestly, there's a lot of people but like, Queen sucks. He's a bust. He wasted a first-round pick on him. And look at Queen. He is having an amazing season. And I think huge a part to Roquan Smith. I mean, that linebacker duo is just lethal. Both getting picks in this game, both basically to the same thing of just Mitch Trubisky, middle of the field, throwing to Pat Freiermuth, Moose guy, and, it gets picked. The other one throwing a deep shot to Deontay Johnson. Marcus Williams, who also came off of IR, just like JK this week. I mean, that's like his 4th pick in 6 games, which is just like, it's so good. I mean, once Lamar comes back, this is going to be an elite team. Elite. But we got to focus on Saturday, beating the rapist in Deshaun Watson. He's, we know what he's done, and it's in Cleveland. We've already beat the Browns earlier this season. Ravens looking to get their 10th win of the season, looking to sweep the Browns since, I think, 2020. The last time we did it, I believe. But yeah, the Ravens, their last 4 games, you got in Cleveland next week. You have home against Atlanta, Christmas Eve. Then you have home against Pittsburgh. And then you're traveling to Cincinnati to end the season. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough stretch. And hopefully Tyler Huntley comes back. He is looking pretty good. So, yeah, I'm very excited about this win. And, Steelers friend, you're wrong.